Hello, good morning, and welcome to this week's Magic Words for Parents video. I am Karen Lott Culp. I am the creator of the We Turned Out Okay podcast and WeTurnedOutOK.com. I'm a child development expert, and I'm here to help you with your family, with getting the good stuff to be more elevated and happening more frequently in family life, and having less of the tough stuff. And today's word today's magic word really feeds right into this. And just before we jump into it, I want to welcome some new people to our Facebook group. So I'm recording these videos in YouTube because actually, to be honest, because Facebook Live stopped working on my computer. I don't know why, but anyway. But what I do with them is I record them here and then I post it right into our We Turned Out Okay Facebook group. So I want to welcome Andrea, Trina, Elizabeth, Alexis, Jennifer, Hannah, and Claire. Thank you so much for joining. I really hope you get a lot out of it. I'm really glad you're here. Hopefully we can be helpful for you. And I want to say that if you're watching on YouTube and you want to join the Facebook group, you can go to facebook.com/we turned out okay. OKAY is how I spell that. And so I want to start with yesterday when my husband Ben and I went to this cafe that we go to all the time. We are there almost every weekend, and it's a really neat place. And I think one of our favorite things about it is staffed almost entirely by young people, teenagers, college students. And over the last couple of years, we've kind of, I won't say we've gotten to know them really well or anything like that, but like they know what we like. They know what we're going to order. And in general, it's been really wonderful. Yesterday was kind of the exception. So we we arrived late. It was sort of later in the day, and what happened was there was no one. There were very few people there, so it was kind of a lull. And there were not that many people out front, you know what I mean? And somebody did say to us, "Oh, hi, someone will be out to take your order soon." And so it wasn't like we felt left alone. But the girl who came to take our order, again, we've seen her before. We have like a friendly relationship with her, and she was clearly fit to be tied. And so while she is taking our order, she would keep sort of looking to the back and shouting, "You tell him to get out here. Do you know how long I've been here?" And so she'd turn back and she'd say, "And what else do you want?" Like in this really very discordant kind of way. And then and so we sort of progress through like ordering what we're getting, and she's getting my drink, and she keeps sort of turning her, and now I'm paying, right? Like we've gone through this whole thing, and she keeps saying, somebody go back there and get him? I'm so mad. He can't be making food for himself," was something that came up a lot. Like, how dare he eat? Does he know how long I've been out here? Furious, angry, blah, blah, blah. And she got to the point where I'm in the middle of paying, and she's sort of taking money and she's making change, and she's trying to be gentle with me, but she's not succeeding because she keeps turning around and shouting, "Dimitri!" Like it was just really freaky. And I felt very shaken. Like I had a really hard time kind of getting into the vibe of this cafe. And all I kept thinking was how unkindly I felt that I was, you know, not that I was necessarily being treated. She kept trying to come back to me and be kind, but she was not in a mode of kindness. And I wanted to bring it up today because in our lives with our families and in our daily lives and with our kids and with ourselves, it's really easy to be unkind. And I think maybe this girl was very hungry. She probably hadn't had a break. I mean, there are a lot of reasons why she might be feeling this way. But as a customer, I felt really freaked out and like, you know, thinking twice about going back because what if we get her in this mood again, right? And when I relate it back to us and our families, I think about how important just keeping in mind this one word of kindness is. And how difficult it can be. So that's why the title of this is it's a word to try to keep in mind, because everything goes better when we are treating ourselves with kindness, when we're treating our kids and our family and our friends and our customers with kindness. our coworkers even. And I think it's especially important because with our little kids, because they don't always understand. In fact, they almost never understand kind of the nuances of being an adult and trying to get things done and trying to move us along, trying to get through our day, trying to get to the doctor, trying to get to school, trying to get dinner on the table, all those kinds of things. But what they understand really, really well is vibe. They are very in tune with the atmosphere. And if the atmosphere is unkind, it can make them feel stressed out. It can make them feel anxious. It can make them feel unkind as well. They might take that from us. But if the atmosphere is kind, if they're feeling a general sense of like, we're okay here, it just can make everything a lot better. And I know how hard it is to do that. But I'm asking you to just try and think on approaching a situation with that word in mind. And if we can do that, it can make the situation resolve a lot more positively. And yeah, so that's this week's Magic Words for Parents. I really hope that it helps you. This week is the podcast episode I'm doing is our very first parenting news roundup. And the word kindness comes up in one of the parenting news articles. So that's why I thought about referencing it today. Just before I finish up, I wanted to remind you, and I'll drop a link in the notes here, that I am teaching a class on successfully potty training your child on Thursday, this coming Thursday. It is January the 30th, I believe, or possibly the 31st. But anyway, it's this coming Thursday. And the link, if you want to sign up for the class or get details and then decide if you want to register, is WeTurnedOutOK.com/successful. And hopefully that can be something that would be helpful for you if you're struggling with any aspect of it. When you sign up, I always ask, do you have a question? Because I'm building the class out. And I'd love to take your questions into consideration. So sign up for that with an email address, and then what'll happen is automatically you'll get a notification from me that says, "What's your biggest challenge with potty training?" so that I can incorporate that into the class. And I'd really appreciate it. Some people have written already with such excellent questions, and as I created, I would really love to get yours in there too. All right, cheers. I will see you next week for Magic Words for Parents. And in the meantime, have a wonderful parenting week. Bye.